Welcome to Art Wars Season 3, Heaven vs Hell. This season we have 9 brand new artists from 6 different countries ready to compete in all new challenges. This season is filled with bigger twists and the most amazing guest judges yet. It's time for the battle to begin in Season 3 of Art Wars. Welcome back to Art Wars Series 3, Episode 7. In today's episode, Gavin, my dad, is back for the 3rd time. Every series my dad comes on and gives the remaining artists in the competition a brand new challenge right to his taste of art, and we'll have him later on at guest judging in the episode. So, let's get straight on to the main challenge created by my dad. So, this series, Gavin, my dad, his challenge he has created, with obviously some influence from me as he isn't the most creative of people to say, is that they have to redraw and illustrate, but with their own little twist and style, some of my dad's favourite 1980s film posters. Now the 5 he picked are Breakfast Club, Footloose, Ghostbusters, Grease, and Scarface. Now, for me, I know all of these. I don't know if that's because I grew up around them, except from Scarface. That one I don't really know too much about. But the rest, I know. But obviously, Art Wars is an international competition. No, it's global. What am I on about, everyone? It's a global competition. So that does mean that some artists, might not know them, because depending where you're from, different cultures will obviously have different things around films. Do you know what I mean? So this could be quite an interesting challenge to say the least. So, the 5 artists still left in the competition, Tatiana, Raindrop, Brummy, Candy, and Captain Q were randomly assigned, literally random, I did a spinning wheel, their posters. So, I can reveal, Brummy got Scarface, Candy got Footloose, Tatiana got Ghostbusters, Raindrop got Grease, and Captain Q got Breakfast Club. So let's now get straight on to showing you all the incredible posters that have been done at this episode. Now, before we start, let me tell you this episode has been absolutely mind-boggling and shocking. Welcome to the rankings of Art Wars Series 3, Episode 7, with our very special guest judge in person, Gavin, who is back and even more stupid than ever. So we are going to go through each drawing done this episode, and my dad will give some critiques and what he thought in each one,
yes,
as it was his challenge.
Yes.
I'm going to edit this to make him look like the biggest idiot he possibly can and show all of his friends. First up, we are going to give critiques to Brummy, who was given Scarface as their movie poster. So, me and my dad did slightly talk about some things off camera already, because my dad is very incapable of doing things on his own, apparently. So, what was it that you started talking about the red text?
The text Scarface down the side of the poster, I feel, is a little not sharp enough. It's blurry, in my opinion. It should be sharp like the rest of the picture. Now, with regard to the rest of the picture, the poster, if Scarface was removed, then looking at it, you would recognise it as relating to the film Scarface. Mm-hmm. So, on that front, I think it's pretty good.
But in terms of the actual character, does that represent the one from the film?
I don't think so. No, it looks like a boy, to be honest, in the poster. You know, actual Al Pacino, he was a fully grown man, mean-looking man. This looks more like...
a bit soft.
Yeah.
So, my dad did give this a score of 4.5.
That's correct.
But that was a couple weeks back to them, now we're filming it. So if you could change your scores, which you can't, now having another look at it after some time away,
yes,
what is your final kind of say in it?
4.55. Yes.
So he's keeping it the same. So that is Brummy's critiques. So next we are moving on to Candy Me Like, who has been a front runner so far, but this week has been quite a letdown. So they were given Footloose as their poster. Now there was definitely some barriers because obviously Art Wars is a global competition and Candy Me Like is our first ever Indian contestant. Now obviously in India Footloose isn't that big of a film, so they did mention they had the struggles of connecting with it and research. But do you think that's a good enough excuse for the lack of representation?
Well, if she's not seen the film, you know, it's difficult, isn't it? And if she's not seen the post,
but you can Google.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I suppose you can Google and have a look. Me, if I was to look at that picture without the words Footloose there, then you wouldn't know that was Footloose. You know, it doesn't look like a character in any way. It's no like. The representation's off completely. Yeah, it's not one of the best.
No.
Bit soft, bit.
And I think it's missing one of the biggest elements of Footloose, the two main characters together. Like, you've got the one, but it's just not Footloose enough.
No, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. No, I mean, compared to some of the others, it's fairly obvious without the words to what film they would relate to. So
definitely.
You'll see what I mean when we come to them later on in this clip. Yes.
My dad is an embarrassment. So, Dad, you did score this the second lowest of the episode at a 6. Those, however, weeks ago it was. Very long time. So, what would you change it to now?
Yeah, I think it'd be under 5, if I'm quite honest with you. Yeah, below Scarface. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Controversial, but I'm sorry, that's the way you see it.
Next up, we are doing Raindrop, which my dad probably is familiar with from last series.
Yes.
Because they came back, remember?
I do remember, very,
He probably doesn't. So they were given Grease as their poster. And in my opinion, and the judging circles, it's a good representation of Grease.
Yeah.
But as a drawing, it's just a bit basic. What do you think, Dad?
I agree with you, son. It is. It's the colours ain't great, are they? Really. Again, if Grease was removed from the poster, then you really wouldn't know what film that it was from, really.
I don't. Sandy's iconic yellow skirt, like yellow hair, and then I think you could if you were a fan of Grease. But a random person, I don't think could.
I'm a fan of Grease, and I don't know if I would. I mean, you've got a good point there.
Yeah, but your memory is like a goldfish's, Dad.
Yes.
But yeah, so overall, it's just a bit basic, I think.
Yeah, colour, all that purple in the background doesn't help the picture, does it?
It's
really?
a bit dull.
Yeah.
So those 4 weeks ago, however long it was, you scored it a whopping 7 points out of 10. Well, how
quite
would
generous.
you?
Yeah, that was quite generous, I feel.
So what would you change?
I'd still have it in third place though, definitely. But maybe a 6.5.
Yeah?
I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Next up, it is Captain Cute, who got given Breakfast Club as their drawing poster thing they had to do. So, what do you think, Dad?
I like it. I like the colours. I like the way it looks. And I would probably guess that was Breakfast Club. But is that because I'm a big fan of the film? I don't know.
I don't. I've never watched it. I only know it because one.
You've not watched it?
No.
Well,
I only know it because of it's in Pitch Perfect. But I think it's quite obvious it is Breakfast Club.
It's very generous of you, son.
I think it is though, and it does look the most like a film poster.
Yeah, it
with
does.
all that writing at the bottom, like.
Yeah, that's all good.
Like with the other ones, Scarface, Grease, and all of them. It's not really much of a film poster, I wouldn't say, but. The Breakfast Club by Captain Cute
is a good one. I like it all.
So the actual art, what do you think of that?
Oh, it's good. It's good. A bit too cartoonishy, maybe.
I think from far away, it is quite detailed, but the more you look in, it's just a bit rough and it seems slightly rushed.
Right.
Now, they did have it quite hard with 5 different characters,
Yeah,
but as you'll
there were
see,
a lot, didn't they?
yeah,
Yeah.
but as you'll see in Potatoiana's, which is next, it isn't.
Thing is,
there's some
compared to Scarface or even a Footloose, the amount of work this artist has done is an awful lot more. So credit to them for that.
Yes.
I think they've done a very good job, and it's a tight call between this one and the Ghostbusters. To be quite honest with you, perhaps I should have scored them a little bit differently.
So, with Breakfast Club, you scored it a 7.5. If you could change it now, after a very long time, what would you change it to?
I think they might go to a 9. You know.
What? Okay, well, luckily we can't change anything now. So, that's that. So last but definitely not least, it's Potatoiana with their Ghostbusters poster. Now, there's definitely one element which I think is very amazing, how they still managed to incorporate their own style and their own culture by giving it this Potatoiana twist, we'll say, and having a different language on it. But I think you can still tell what
know,
it...
Yeah, you still know that was Ghostbusters for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I love, as you say, the title at the top of the film in a different language. You can clearly understand that it is Ghostbusters. The technique, the characters, I love the way they look. The contrast between the dark background and then it's coming through with the ghost, I guess that is there.
Yep.
And then underneath that, the kind of like the space element behind the characters, I really like. I think it's very, very good.
In terms of accurate representation of the film, though,
Yes.
I don't think it does the best of, like, you can tell it's Ghostbusters
Yeah,
related,
yeah.
but like back for the actual original Ghostbusters film, which this was based on, because
Yeah.
they're all roughly 1980s films.
Well, this is a very modern version of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I associate with Ghostbusters with greens and oranges, not purples and blues.
Yeah, but this is her own representation of it, isn't it?
True, very true. So you scored this the highest with a whopping 8 points. What would you change it to now, if so?
Oh goodness, 8. I think I'd give that a 9 as well, really, because it is good. It is good. Yeah, I'd give that a 9.
That has been Gavin on episode 7 of series 3. Make sure if you want him in future Art Wars series to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff as we get to the results, as you find out who has won and who has placed in the bottom 2 of this episode.
Don't forget to press the like. Very important.
Thank you for watching and thank you for coming again.
Bye. Cheerio.
So it is now time for me to reveal the results of this episode. So the winner of episode 7 is Captain Cute. Captain Cute absolutely smashed this challenge with probably one of the more realistic looking posters, if you get what I mean. It actually looked like a poster, and have scored their first ever Art Wars main challenge win. Can also now reveal the lowest overall up for elimination is Candy Me Like, which honestly was a shock to me. I didn't expect to see them back here. I really expected more from them, and the last couple of episodes they have been slipping. So let's see who their competitor is. Captain Cute had to choose between Brummy, Raindrop and Potatoiana. Bear in mind, if they picked Brummy, they could have used the golden paintbrush and sent Candy straight home. But Captain Cute has chosen to pick second place of the episode, Potatoiana, throwing more shade, as Potatoiana right now is the front runner. They haven't placed under high in 6 episodes. Now that's Art Wars first, but they're now up for elimination. So one of our front runners could be going home. Potatoiana versus Candy in the elimination challenge. So the elimination challenge is to create your own OC, aka an original character, with a story. Now we haven't done this before, and I really wanted to be able to see the creativity of the artists. So on screen right now is Patatiana's character and story. And now it is Candy's story and character. Now in terms of art, this is such a close call. They both did absolutely incredible. Now if we wanted to base this elimination off best track record, Patatiana would stay by a mile, but Candy has proven themselves multiple times. So we have come to the decision. They both have absolutely incredible talent and skill. So we have decided, for the first time in Art Wars history, they both get to stay in the competition, which does mean we will be having a top 3 for the first time in Art Wars history. Now I am so excited for these two to have another chance, as if one of them went, I honestly, like, it would have shocked me because I couldn't have seen them going at this point in the competition. But they both get to fight another day, no, live to see another day, whatever that quote is. So yeah, that has been this episode of Art Wars. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Art Wars. If you've enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I've been James Fudge. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you.